thing that jumps to mind for me is the reward for hard work is more hard work.
My
name's Rasheed, this is my walk to work.
Okay, so one thing that nobody would know about you.
My first job, so I got a law degree. I didn't want to do law. So I decided to get a job, and the first job I got was selling things door to door.
Really? In Hong Kong?
In Brighton, in the UK.
Oh, wow.
In the UK. So, yeah, the first product I was given was a bag full of vibrating razors.
I never guessed that, but that's true. And I guess, what was the best thing about growing up here in Hong Kong and the worst thing?
Hong Kong it's such a privileged place for me to grow up.
Yeah.
My school had 30 plus nationalities.
Wow.
The news was all international news. All you did was learn about the world, and so you could take me and put me anywhere in the world and I feel super comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that's been a huge benefit all my life.
And was there anything you didn't like about growing up there?
There was nothing that I did not like, but I will say that Hong Kong gives you a false sense of security. You grow up in a bubble.
Yeah.
You're so safe, you're so protected.
Well, to be honest, I think even living here now, you get that a little bit. Yeah. Where did your passion for building businesses come from?
My family, going back to my great-grandfather's, been entrepreneurs. First proper job, I was international sales manager for Fossil Group, and the first order that came in was a $100,000 order, US dollars, and I was like on cloud nine. And I knew this is what I wanted to do. And I was just really fortunate because it was such an entrepreneurial company. You know, so I think it's not just being an entrepreneur, it's just being entrepreneurial and being able to do shit and drive sales and build relationships and all of that kind of stuff.
You founder of probably the most beautiful co-working space I've ever seen.
Thank you for saying that.
I'm in Quarry Bay. What was the inspiration behind kind of the concept of building the co-working space here?
Okay, this is kind of, I shouldn't say this, but I hated everything else. So when I left corporate, I went to 20 or 30 co-working spaces.
Yeah.
And they talk about community, and they talk about productivity, and they talk about efficiency, but there was nothing inspiring.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of the genesis to create that place you wanted to build your business, that place you wanted to come every day, that safe space. You say good morning, people feel like they have a community. People spend so much time there. And so Banyan was all of those things coming together, you know, trying to make it a real community.
Yeah. And where did the name come from?
I don't know if we have time for this.
Oh, really?
If you asked any social media consultant, they would say, don't do Banyan because of Banyan Tree Hotels.
Yeah.
But there's a really personal story behind this.
Wow.
So my grandfather left India, left Bombay as a 17-year-old on a boat to Shanghai in 1917. And he was on his own, and that trip probably took 70 days. Just think about that. He went there, he got a job with family, friends, made a little bit of money.
Super brave.
Left that job, joined the East India Company, one of the most famous companies in the world historically. Started trading silks back to India from Shanghai to his brothers. He was using basically the routes of the old Silk Road. On the old Silk Road, the traders who carried those goods were called banyas.
Right.
And the banyas used to shelter under banyan trees. And that whole idea of sheltering, that whole idea of the community under the banyan tree, of doing business under the banyan tree, feeling safe under the banyan tree, really resonated with me.
I guess when there's like a name like that means so much to you personally, you just wouldn't be able to call it anything else.
Yeah.